We're here in Albstadt, round 2 of the Mountain Bike World Cup. Talk with Emily Batty from Trek Factory Racing, who's just finished 13th. Emily, that was ugly out there.
That was like the definition of thick, heavy mud. I think my bike right now is weighing like at least a solid 29, 30 pounds. 29, 30 pounds, it's that heavy. Yeah, it was just a kind of like a solid race. I mean, I definitely wasn't in the top spots, but I was riding pretty clean. I only made one mistake off one of the drops, but it was kind of a matter of who was going to be quickest on their feet when they did make mistakes. So I just had one, and otherwise I was pretty content with how it was. It was fun to have a mud race. Throughout the race, it got more dry and tacky, and so the wheels were just like, oh my God, they're so heavy. So it was really just like muscling the bike around and trying to like ride the rut on the descent. So it was fun, but yeah, it was all in all a pretty decent race.
Yeah, I saw you go down. It looked like fairly hard on that one drop, but it wasn't a big problem.
No, I mean, it was soft enough mud that you just kind of got tangled in your bike, and away I went. So it was just the one mistake, and I think it looked a little worse than it was. It was pretty forgiving in the deep mud.
So I wanted to ask you about the short track. I mean, now that you've had a chance to do one and see how it impacts the start and so on, what's your feelings about it?
I think it's just a fine-tuning balance of being enough recovery the previous day before the race, because we do have one day between. So we need to be on track just to see final changes, but it's a matter of like finding that balance of being recovered from the previous day. So, I mean, it was a fun race. The short track, there was no elevation gain, so it was just kind of like an accordion effect the whole time, and I was just like caught in the yo-yo. Top 5 riders could just ride like a smooth, clean race. So I think come Czech, it's going to be even more advanced because people will kind of get the hang of it by then. And yeah, I think I think Czech might have a little bit of elevation, so there might be more gaps rather than just one main pack racing.
So it's been a pretty big gap since your last major competition. How do you feel about your form now you've had a chance to get a real solid racing again?
Yeah, I mean, I went to Prescott, Arizona with Adam, and then we spent a few days in Sedona, and really just kind of got back to my normal and just kind of stay put and rechannel our focus and try to get on top of a few health things. And I did get a bunch of tests done because I knew like early part of the season I just wasn't myself. And I mean, I've been doing this long enough. I know when something's not quite right. So we had a lot of tests done and just trying to get on top of that and then make the most out of this early, because this is kind of like a normal time of the year that we would typically start. So I mean, South Africa was substantially early. So yeah, just getting on top of it, getting back to my normal, and yeah, and just rekindling like everything and getting ready to race the World Cups again. I love racing World Cups. I do a World Cup over a national race any day. I love this.
Well, again, congrats on getting a solid result, and we'll see you next weekend in Nova Mesto.
Thanks so much. We'll see you then.